So they made a new Space Marine game, right?
They made a new Space Marine game, and there's Tyranids this time.
I feel like there was something in the last game. There was demons. There was orcs and demons,
Yeah,
right?
there was demons, orcs and demons. Yeah.
And so this one's probably gonna have two bad guys because you
Hopefully.
can't have just one bad guy ever since like
Yeah, yeah. You can't just have one. Yeah,
Batman Returns with like Penguin and Catwoman, right? Yeah,
yeah. You gotta have two bad guys, man.
you have to have two bad guys.
Especially in a universe like 40K where you have cool aliens and shit. Are you really just gonna have one game with just one enemy type? Like, really? Come on.
So it's been what, like 10 years, and now they're making the sequel. Oh man.
Yeah, fuck. Took you long enough. Oh well, I blame like THQ because wasn't it THQ that made it?
I no, it was Relic that made the first one, and then Relic I think tanked. I think they went
Yeah,
under.
that's probably why. Yeah. Did no? They published Dawn of War, right? Or did they make it?
That was THQ.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure Relic like published it or something because I saw Relic whenever I boot up Dawn of War, so I think so.
Or is THQ and Relic the same thing?
Oh, really?
THQ Relic. I don't think so. They are not, as far as I can tell, the same thing.
Not the same thing.
No.
Okay, so yeah. Again, I think Relic must have published it or something, as far as I know.
So what the trailer just dropped tonight, or whatever, like the Game Awards ceremony.
The 2021 Game Awards.
Oh, what a cringe night of events that was.
Ooh, no, dog. Yeah, I think I haven't watched it, but if the last one was anything to go on, I think I know what you mean.
I mean, at one point they had I forget what her name was. I remember she was in Mad TV. She's playing Amanda Waller in the Suicide Squad video game, and they had
Oh yeah, I heard about
they
that.
had her on stage playing her character, threatening the host of the event to because of bad don't show the game. But
Uh,
yeah, so Space Marine 2, it's back. It's back.
it's back.
Titus is back.
It's back.
Yeah.
It's back in Primaris.
And it's back. It's back, and it's got a new hat. Yeah.
It's back and it's got a new hat. Exactly.
So,
We've got
you know,
new guns, I imagine. We've got
you know,
uh
new guns, and it looks like
Tyranids.
there's old stuff because, so like going through there's this trailer, like it just dropped today. So like who knows? Maybe this is all subject to change, but I'm noticing some things in this trailer that are suspect, and either are going to be predicting for the future what we're going to be seeing for things, or it's just going to be one-offs to like this game because they didn't know what they were doing. I noticed a jump pack on.
Oh,
I noticed a jump pack like an assault squad.
there's a fucking Matrix game apparently. Okay.
There was a
Sorry to
Matrix.
interrupt the-
There was a Matrix game.
Apparently, yeah, Matrix Awakens on Xbox. Kinda nice. Okay, Matrix game, yeah.
Huh. Well, okay. I mean, the last one was with the Matrix Online, and that.
I don't know. Last one I played was on PS2, man.
'Cause I remember like that one. Apparently, that was part of the story too. The Matrix Online, where Morpheus dies. Spoilers.
They're making a Gollum game as well. I remember hearing about that.
Oh yeah, the Gollum game. I saw that, and there was a.
The Gollum game,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you had to be Gollum, and I don't know.
Interesting concept.
I didn't really like the idea of it just being Gollum from the Peter Jackson movies, and it being somebody doing an impression of the performance that was done of Gollum in that movie, instead of it just being its own new thing. It's Gollum. Somebody else is taking. like that was this person's performance. If you copy their performance,
Yeah. Like I could kind of agree. Like I remember playing I think it was Shadow of Mordor, which is Lord of the Rings, and the Golem in that game basically was Peter Jackson's. Even though I kind of wish it hadn't been, because everything else in the game, the story is an original story set in the universe. Like the orcs kind of look different, that it kind of has its own. It's based off more of the books and not the movies, right? And but it still has Peter Jackson's Gollum, and that kind of takes me out of it.
yeah. I don't know. That one I wasn't too psyched about. Cuphead 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
That looked kind of nice. I liked the way that trailer
Yeah, the
was.
first Cuphead was kind of
The
cool.
trailer was put together with what looked like kind of old school styles. Like it had like toys and
Oh,
cartoons.
cartoons. Yeah, no, because the whole game. Have you seen the first Cuphead?
I've seen it. I never played it though.
Yeah, like the whole game is the art style is like 1940s cartoons. And
Yeah, like
stuff,
Steamboat
old
Willie.
Disney, Warner Bros.
Yeah,
cartoons.
Steamboat Willie kind of style. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is really nice, and the game looks very nice.
absolutely
So,
beautiful art style. Yeah.
very
And
beautiful.
so I was happy to see the kind of practical effects in the trailer for the second one, and but what else? But Space Marine, Space Marine
Yes,
2,
Space Marine.
Space Marine 2.
So tell us about the trailer, Slathe. Tell us the analysis, the breakdown.
So, what I was noticing in the trailer were a few important details, I believe.
Hang on, let me pull it up right now because it's not very fresh in my memory.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna pull it up here. I'm gonna mute it though. So it starts off right, and we have like the 3 Thunderhawks that are flying towards wherever. Which one? Here's a good thing. Primaris Marines use Thunderhawks. That's promising.
Nice.
And it reveals the Tyranids right off the bat, right? Now, here's a few things in this opening sequence. I'm imagining that this is probably not just the trailer. It could just be the trailer. This might be the opening sequence of the video game, like the opening cutscene.
It could be.
Because there's similarities between this and the opening of Space Marine, where now there's this Thunderhawk that's coming in. Here's Titus jumping off of the Thunderhawk into the battle, kind of like in the first game with the Codex Astartes calls this Steel Rain.
Yeah, the Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Yeah, it does not support this action. The Codex Astartes calls this Steel Rain, and they dive off, right? Although they had jump packs.
Well, they don't say Steel Rain. That was in Dawn
Was
of
that
War.
Dawn of War?
Yeah, that's Dawn of War.
Yeah, that's Dawn of War.
Oh, okay.
Dawn of War, Soulstorm, the shit campaign.
Okay. So
that was Boreal.
Was that Captain Boreal?
Yeah, that was
What
Boreal.
that was
happened
Boreal.
to Commander?
Steel
What happened
Rain.
to Commander Boreal?
I think he's dead.
I think he's dead,
Boreal
actually.
died there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he fucking does.
So some things that I'm noticing are, so they jump off there. So that's kind of like the opening of the first one, right? Because that's like that's like Titus's thing, I guess.
he jumps out of
One
Thunderhawks.
of the small details I'm noticing on Titus is that his chain sword is chained to his wrist, or at least he has chains around his right wrist. Which, if we're going off of like the Black Templars, and we go off of
I see
certain
that.
other things about the Space Marines, that is a mark of penance. Oh, that's a mark of like redeeming yourself, because you are tied to that chain sword or to that weapon, and so I'm thinking that that's possibly connected to what happened in the last game.
Maybe they're like, hey, you're a Primaris now. Go out and repent for your sins.
But one of the big things that I would want to point out now, when I said he has a new hat, and I mean that pretty literally, because I'm pretty sure that based off of the stripes on his helmet, he's now a lieutenant.
I believe so. Yeah, looking at that.
So we have an
And I think the guy, one of the guy next to him, has a red one, which would make him a sergeant.
yes, that would be a sergeant. Yeah. So there's a brother, a sergeant, and a lieutenant. So we got a new Primaris lieutenant after all.
So he's gotten demoted.
Yeah, he's
then.
been demoted.
All right.
Which would also tie into that mark of penance chained to the chainsword sort of thing. Is what I'm thinking. That's likely.
Also, a small interesting detail: the guardsman there has purple eyes, so he's actually Cadian.
Oh, I didn't actually catch that detail, the purple eyes. But yeah, that is a close attention to detail.
Real Cadian right there.
Yeah. So does that make
certified Cadian?
So this isn't Cadia though.
No, clearly not. There were no Tyranids on Cadia.
And then also the end of the trailer.
I don't think so.
The end of the trailer is
then we see some gameplay.
No, but before that part where they all line up next to each other and Titus takes off the helmet. At that part's a throwback to the original trailer from the first game where the Space Marines there's 4 Space Marines that all line up and one of them takes their helmet off. And it was kind of the proto Titus before he had hair, before they had really they had this part where the Space Marine takes off his helmet. And then that is what they have there. And then I'm noticing, and also Titus has 2 rows of service studs. I've not seen a detail like that before. I've only seen them in a single row, but he's got 2 rows of studs on his forehead.
I mean, like if you think about it, Titus, way back when Space Marine 1 was released, there were like no Primaris or anything, right? So if we're going off that, he's been around for like a fucking long time.
They all seem like they're brass studs, though. They don't seem like they're different colored studs, which would
maybe gold.
Maybe gold.
Like fuck, they do gold. I don't remember. Like I think each chapter kind of does it differently.
But they all look like they're the same color. It could be 4 gold studs, and so maybe 400 years has passed.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell, but I like how the face looks the same. It looks like the same character from the first game.
It does, yeah. Updated, very, very good looking face. Might I add?
So like that looks good. The gameplay looks like it's going to be similar to the first game. So I would imagine,
which is nice.
So I imagine multiplayer is probably going to be a bit frustrating for this game, kind of like with the first one.
Maybe, but
again, like the multiplayer, like again, never having played Space Marine, the multiplayer did look kind of.
Oh, it's fun. A blast. I would say I would recommend playing Space Marine.
And again, now speaking of multiplayer, there could be chaos in this game. Who knows, right? There might be chaos is everywhere these fucking days. And you might have like Chaos Marines, or even dare I hazard a guess here? Maybe you'll have playable Tyranids. Who knows?
Maybe they'll include the Eldar or something else into this one.
Could be. I'd like to see Eldar like fighting against, with like howling banshees. They could be jumping around and shit and screaming at you. That'd be really fun.
Or add a choose your own adventure element to it, where you could play the game different ways and play against and fight different bosses from different factions, because you went one path instead of the other path.
That'd be kind of cool.
I doubt they're gonna do that, but it would be.
Yeah,
cool.
I doubt they would do that too. Like that is very unlikely. But yeah, I it's good to dream sometimes and just.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to dream. Like man, we still don't have like Mass Effect 40K.
So
that's the dream, right?
That's the
dream. So now do we have to call him Lieutenant Titus? He's no longer Captain Titus.
He's always gonna be the captain.
He's always gonna be
Captain
the captain.
Titus, yeah.
He's always captain. Oh, was he?
He's always captain. Oh, was he captain of the third company?
He was captain of the second company.
Second, the gold stuff. Yeah. Keep forgetting. Yeah.
As far as I knew, though, I mean, back when, from the way that was seemingly described, it was almost like a different setting. It was like an alternate timeline because the captain of the second company would have been at the time Cato Sicarius. So
I suppose he could have been before Cato
Could have
Sicarius,
After
and then like after he gets inquisitioned, then Cato becomes the captain.
yeah, that's possible. And I mean, I've not encountered too many situations where Space Marines get demoted. Usually, it seems like it's a lot grimmer and darker than you lost your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just.
Yeah, it's literally just, oh, you failed in your task? Well, I guess you have to die now. You know the rules. It's time to die.
But I guess if there's also penance crusades. I guess there must be
Yeah.
some sort of thing like that. So I guess that's where our hero was then and where he is now. Oh, yeah.
Titus.
Poor
Poor
Titus.
He
But-
deserved better.
He
But,
deserved
I mean, I guess
better.
that now makes it 100% clear why they made Space Marine 1 remaster, or not remaster, anniversary edition with all the DLC. Yeah.
Did
they like what was it, a few months ago? Space Marine
Oh,
on like Steam
Oh.
and all that stuff. Yeah, if you have Space Marine, apparently you just need to reinstall it now because now it's just a anniversary edition. So
huh.
you have all
Huh.
the
Did
deals.
that on
Kind of wish they did that on
console as well, but,
Yeah, yeah,
console as
that
well,
would be
but
nice.
alright.
But
Maybe re-release it on like PS4 or something so I can
see,
fucking
with the
play it.
console, like that was a whole mess.
guess
Like
not.
I think I had it on Xbox, and so you would have to have the
Oh.
the disc in, and then you had to have a code so that way you could like authenticate your game.
Ooh, Deathwing is on
Ooh,
sale.
Deathwing is on
That's kinda
sale,
interesting.
huh? That's kind
Oh
of
yeah,
interesting.
Warhammer games are probably going to be.
I could get that. Huh.
I could get that.
I
huh.
have people to play that.
I have people to play
Yeah.
that with.
So I mean,
Interesting.
Warhammer games are probably going to be on sale right now. I imagine,
Maybe yeah,
because
$30. It's
Maybe
not a
yeah,
bad deal.
30 bucks.
you know what I
It's
mean.
not a
The
bad
attention
deal.
that Space Marine 2 is going to be getting is going to be dragging people to going, oh, Warhammer, what's this? What are all these different games?
Hey, yeah, maybe.
I mean, hey, yeah,
GW finally
maybe
does something fucking
GW
right.
finally does something fucking
GW
right.
gets a win.
GW gets a
I mean,
win.
Games Workshop is just kind of licensing out the rights of Warhammer to. I mean, that's
Fair
kind of
enough,
like
yeah,
here, we want you to make this game in this setting and yada yada, and they're
Make it good, don't fuck it up.
pretty
Make it
much.
good,
I mean,
don't
like they
fuck it up.
probably have their because I mean, if they're a
Yeah.
producer essentially in that sense, right? They probably have their hands in
They must have
mate,
some involvement.
They must have
They own the
some
fucking
involvement.
franchise.
Like they
yeah,
own
like
the
they
fucking
probably have their
franchise.
fingerprints in the cookie dough somewhere on this one. Like I'm sure.
Their hands in the pie. Fingers
Their hands in the pie.
Yeah, I
fingers
mean-
in the pie.
And I mean, at the same time, this game does look like it is just going to be the other game, but revamped for the new
looking
console.
better.
Yeah,
I would hope it's a
looking
bit
better.
more complex than the first game in certain regards. Like, as much as like I don't know, some people might have arguments against this, and there are in lore arguments against this. Let's just say in certain reasons, but I don't know things like crouching. You couldn't crouch in the first game. There was no crouch. There was no. Space Marines don't hide
I mean-
behind cover. Well, Black Templars don't. What about Imperial Fists? You know, Space Marines use cover all the time. You know, like, so I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And
It depends. Like they'd have to.
I mean, it
kind of
depends.
rework
Like
it
they'd have to
and
kind
add,
of
like,
rework
places
it and
for you
add
to
like
take cover
places
in.
for you to
well,
take cover
like
in.
what are those
They'd have to
called?
make it like Gears of
It'd have
Like
to make it like
Gears
Gears of War.
What was
I
that?
guess.
There was that one. There was another third-person shooter game where it was blind firing. The whole game was you like shooting around corners and like just popping your gun around a corner without looking and just shooting.
Was that like Spec Ops?
Was that like Spec Ops: The Line? Because that was
Spec
kind of
Ops
like
or I don't know. Or was that the game?
World 3 revealed.
Homeworld 3.
Was that the game
revealed trailer? That's nice.
on like the jungle island?
No, it's the one in.
No, it's the
desert
one
where
in
you
the
slowly
desert
watch
where
the
you
protagonist.
slowly watch the protagonist lose his fucking mind.
Let's see, blind fire shooter.
Wonder Woman game as well.
Wonder Woman
Oh
game
yeah, the
as well.
Wonder
That's
Woman game.
interesting.
Yeah, and I noticed that they decided to make Wonder Woman in this game sound like Gal Gadot. So it's like, oh, so now Wonder Woman.
Oh, it can kind of be the MCU. Holy shit! It can kind of be the DCU.
But it's kind of like my thought on that one immediately was like, great, now Wonder Woman and all of her people sound like Gal Gadot and have Israeli accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just what I've always wanted.
At least she
You
kind
know,
of looks
like-
good.
Yeah. What's it?
Arc 2. What is it fucking?
Arc
Vin
2.
Diesel?
What is it? Fucking Vin Diesel?
Is that Vin Diesel?
Is that Vin Diesel? What the fuck?
As in, like, the
Arc
game,
2, as in
Survival?
like
That's
the
fucking
game
Vin
Arc
Diesel.
Survival. That's fucking
That's
Vin Diesel. That's
They put
Vin Diesel.
in a video game.
They put Vin Diesel in a
In
video
Arc
game.
2.
Okay.
Arc
Arc 2.
I don't know if that's related.
I don't know if that's related to Ark Survival Evolved. It could be if there's dinosaurs. It is.
Yeah, that's Vin Diesel.
It's fucking Vin Diesel. My God.
It's fucking Vin Diesel.
Well,
oh my
There's
god.
dinosaurs. This is probably.
Oh, yeah,
Ark
there's
Survival
dinosaurs.
Evolved
This is
2.
probably
It's
Ark
Vin Diesel.
Survival Evolved
It's great
2,
on
and it's
Google,
got Vin
but
Diesel.
Arc 2 Vin Diesel. People who ask, the top question is, why is Vin Diesel in Arc 2?
I mean, yeah.
That's
That's a good question. Why is?
That's a good
Oh, it is
question.
Ark
Why
Survival
is
Evolved.
yeah? Oh, it is
Why
Ark
is
Survival
Vin
Evolved.
Diesel?
Yep. Why is Vin Diesel?
Who is Vin Diesel?
Who is Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel isn't just starring in Arc 2, he's also working on the game, according to an article on PC Gamer by Christopher Livingston, published.
Why? Why are they letting Vin Diesel on again? Well, at least it's better than letting an easy.
Well, this was published last year, though, so this isn't even new.
Fuck.
Yeah,
The
December.
trailer's new, I
Fuck.
believe.
Well, the
December
trailer is new, I
2020.
believe.
There's a picture, and it's got Vin Diesel.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, 2020.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, 2020. Oh Mel. Oh, that was from 2020. Oh, I missed that completely.
Oh, most
I
of
didn't
us
even
just
know
had to
that
black out
existed.
2020, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Perfect Dark. Wait.
Perfect Dark.
Oh, what, are they
Wait,
making
wasn't
a new
that an older
Perfect Dark
game?
game?
I think they are.
I think they are.
Let's see. Perfect Dark 2021.
2020. This was from 2020.
2020. This was from 2020. In December.
I completely missed this as well.
I completely missed this as
A
well.
new Perfect Dark game is officially in the works that will bring the N64 Classic to a new generation on the Xbox Series. So wait, it's going to be a remake of Perfect Dark? Because I mean, they re-released Perfect Dark on the Xbox 360, and it was already somewhat remastered in the sense like it was still the N64 game, but the graphics were considerably improved. So a new Perfect Dark game.
B?
Could be.
So let's see.
We gotta talk about the cringe though.
We gotta talk about the cringe though. If there was any cringe, I don't even. I mean, I haven't watched it, but there's gotta
From
be
the
cringe.
Game
man.
Awards?
Yeah, the classic game.
Yeah, the classic Game Awards cringe.
They're
Star Trek game. Okay.
Star Trek
not wanting to
game,
get too
okay.
much into it, but at one point it seemed like, I'm not sure if it was a game or if it was just halfway through, it seemed like they out of nowhere started having a bunch of political messages. And it was kind of like, we're here to look at video games. I don't want to see political messages mixed in here. There's no reason for this to be here.
So yeah, like, do you know Devolver?
So yeah, like, do you know
No,
Devolver
I'm
Digital?
not aware with that.
They're a publisher, and sort of, I think it was like
They're a
their thing.
publisher, and sort of, I think it was like their thing that was every year they do this little fucking skit. It's like, oh, this self-aware skit. It's like, oh, we're ridiculous and we're gaming and self-aware, yada yada yada. Because they did one last year. It
I
was.
don't know why.
and
'cause it's not really
I don't
that
know why,
funny.
because it's not really that funny. But you can tell that the production value on it is a lot. Like, they spent quite a lot of money doing it,
even though they probably
and
really didn't need to.
even though they probably really didn't need to.
They
But
gained
it's
nothing
there.
from it, I think.
They gained nothing from it, I think. But
Yeah, I wasn't really looking too much into anything that was being shown on the Game Awards. I was just kind of watching it because I was watching Valrak's live stream where he was just kind of waiting for the same thing. So I was kind of on board with that when I was watching watching the video game award ceremony, which was just so bad though, in the sense like I hate that kind of rehearsed garbage. And like there was a part where it was like somebody won an award and they were already standing on the stage. Like they were already up there. And it's like, and then this person wins, and they just like the host or whatever just literally like just turns, and the person's just already there. It's like, well, like why were you even on the stage? What was the point of you being there? Why wasn't that person just on the stage going, I won? It's just so much garbage, just unnecessary on that one, and I don't know. I was not really interested in that. I kind of was just kind of waiting for the Warhammer.
Space Marine.
Yeah,
Space
people
Marine.
didn't know what it was going to be. They just knew Warhammer, most likely Space Marine 2, but we didn't know until we knew, sort of thing. I think there was a Warhammer Fantasy or Sigmar video game as well. And I thought the voice acting in it was absolutely nightmarish.
Oh, okay. No, I gotta look this up.
There's another
okay. No, I
trailer.
gotta look this up because if it's either
Sigmar, I don't care.
if it's
Warhammer
Sigmar,
Fantasy,
I don't
like
care.
it.
If it's Warhammer Fantasy,
I think it's
like
Sigmar
Warhammer
because the
Fantasy
guy
quite a
says
bit.
the guy
Which they're
says
bringing
Sigmar.
it back.
Like, so I don't know if Sigmar existed in the
Sigmar
old
is in
lore
both
too.
settings.
Well,
So, yeah,
Sigmar
I
is
mean,
in both settings. Yeah.
But like the voice acting in the other trailer though, I thought was absolutely horrible. Like it was.
So it was same.
So it was same.
Like it was
same
some
speed.
guy that was
Warhammer
talking
game?
like this. It was like, what? For Sigmar! Like,
Oh shit, that might have been.
Oh
Vermintide.
shit, that might have
Yeah, I
been
think that was it.
Vermintide
Yeah.
too.
No, Vermintide. Oh yeah, that's Saltspire. Yeah.
No, Vermintide. Oh yeah, that's Saltspire. Yeah, he
I
sounds
honestly,
like
I was like looking at it like, what the fuck is this? This is, I couldn't.
Was there Skaven? Was there rats?
I
was there Skaven?
wasn't
Was there rats?
focused too much on that. I think I was far too distracted by the guy's just
Okay, fair enough.
ridiculous voice that I was like, what just happened?
No, I mean, though Vermintide is a pretty good.
No, I mean,
People
though Vermintide is a
legit
pretty
like this
good game. Like people
It
legit
is kinda
like
fun.
this
It's really
game,
Left 4 Dead.
and it is kind of fun. It's really Left 4 Dead, but Warhammer.
That's the best way I describe it.
That's
So
the best way I describe it.
So it's like a third-person shooter or first-person shooter?
No, it's first person.
Okay.
No, it's first person.
Melee combat.
First person melee
What's
combat.
the XCOM game? What's
And
like the
it's
40k down?
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean about that. I think that was
Okay.
called Battle Sector.
And then there's Inquisitor, and then that's
Oh,
or which one's the like Diablo?
The Diablo one is kind of
the
Inquisitor.
Diablo one is kind of Inquisitor. I
Okay.
think Inquisitor is the
I don't
Diablo
know. There's
one.
been a bunch of games that I've completely like I've been aware of them, but I've not seen them up close or gotten a chance to play any of these games. Or
Kind of wish we got something from Dark Tide.
Kind of wish we got something from Dark Tide. Do you remember Dark Tide?
Yeah, I remember Dark Tide. That was where
Yeah,
the
again, like that's by the same guys who.
Yeah, again, like that's by the same guys who made Vermintide. So again, it is sort of just Vermintide, Left 4 Dead, but in
that
40k
game looked
now.
neat, where it had like the Ogren and it had like the
It did, yeah, it did.
We got a big old
Preacher.
Actually, was it an Ogren? Yeah, it was.
We got a big
Ogren, you
Ogren.
got a
Actually, was it an
zealot,
Ogren? Yeah, it was. Ogren, you got like a sort of zealot,
guy,
and
pretty nice.
guardsman guy, you
good
know,
crew
pretty
people.
nice.
Classic.
Yeah. So
Classic,
It'd be more
classic.
interesting if it was like
I mean, it'd be more interesting if it was like
wanting
you know,
to team
human
up
and
together
alien
because, you know,
wanting to
else they
team
fucking
up
die.
together because you know,
that's what
or else they fucking
Vermintide
die.
is.
Because that's
Like,
what
you have an elf
Vermintide
and a dwarf,
is. It's like you have an elf and a dwarf,
mages are
and like a
kind of
mage
psychers,
who,
and
like,
they're
you know,
kind of,
mages are kind of like
you know,
psychers, and they're
viewed
kind of,
suspiciously
you know,
because of their
viewed
connection to,
suspiciously
you know,
because of
winds
their
of magic
connection
and shit.
to,
Again,
like,
psychers.
you know, winds of magic and shit. Again, like
It gives, like,
psychers.
you know, it's like, oh, they
And,
sort
you
of
know,
don't
it gives, like, you know, it's like, oh, they sort of don't like each
at
other,
least
but then they
tolerating
kind
each
of
other.
start liking each
It's
other, at
more
least
interesting,
tolerating
but
each other.
whatever.
it's more interesting, but whatever.
Space Marine.
Space Marine.